Okay, so for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be focusing on Unit 5, Week 4 vocabulary words. So, what I'm going to do today is that I'm going to go over them really quickly, just like I do in class. And then you guys are going to go ahead and day by day, this first week, you guys are going to go ahead and do your think, pair, share sentences, except you're not doing the sharing part, you're just doing the thinking and the pretty much that's it, right? Because you're thinking and then you're writing down your sentences. And you're gonna do two per day. Okay, so today you're gonna be doing cling and dissolves. Tuesday you're gonna be doing gritty and humid. Wednesday you're gonna be doing magnify and microscope, and then Thursday you're gonna be doing mingle and typical. But today I'm gonna go over all of them so that you guys know what they mean and get some examples. You also have this on Connect Ed, which I'm going to be assigning next week so that you guys have a way to review your words. And I am going to be posting these videos throughout this week so that you guys have it. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the first word. The first word is cling. So when you cling to something, it means to stick closely as if glued. A lot of you cling to each other, right? It means you guys like to hug each other a lot. Or you guys are very clingy, that means you guys like to stick together, okay? Almost like if you were glued, right? Okay, so then the next word, dissolves. Dissolves is when something mixes a solid thoroughly with a liquid so that it eventually becomes a liquid. So for example, let's say sugar, right? Sugar is a solid. You have sugar that's made up of the little crystals or little solid crystals. And then when you put sugar in liquid like water or juice or in something that you're going to be either eating or drinking, eventually it kind of becomes part of the liquid and it's no longer a solid, right? It dissolves and you don't see it anymore. And then our next word is gritty. Gritty means containing small bits of small sand or stone. If you've ever touched something rough like sandpaper or the nail file, which is a thing that your mom uses to or grandma to file down their nails, right? That it kind of feels a little bit rough, okay? And it has like little bits of pieces that kind of like feel rough. That is gritty, okay? Humid. Our next word is humid. So it means containing a lot of water vapor in the air, something that is moist. Maybe this is, it sounds familiar in Spanish, especially when it's really hot outside, especially during the summer. Outside, it feels your parents are gonna probably, it's like húmedo, right? That just means that it's humid, right? There's like some kind of liquid in the air and it makes your hair like all frizzy and it puffs it all up and it kind of makes you sweat, makes it feel a little bit hotter than it's supposed to be. Think about when you take a really hot bath or a shower. What does it feel like in the bathroom afterwards, right? It feels humid. The mirrors get all fogged up. It's humid. It's moist. There's water in the air. Your next word is magnify. When you magnify something, it makes something look larger than it actually is. To magnify something, you can use like a telescope or you can use a magnifying glass. It's just something to make it look bigger. Those of us that wear glasses, our glasses help us magnify the things that we can't see normally with just our eyes. Okay, so that is our next word. Microscope. A microscope is an instrument that uses lenses to enlarge any image seen through it. So, those of us that wear glasses, they're kind of like little microscopes, right? Because they use those lenses to kind of make something bigger so we can go ahead and see it. But you guys have seen the normal microscope, which is like the scientists looking through, the little lens at like a bacteria or something that's really really small to make it look really big. So that's a microscope. Mingle. Our next word is mingle. Mingle means to mix, to come together or mix together. So let's say that you're at a party, right? At a party you're kind of like mixing up with the rest of your friends or with other people. Think of the dances that we have in school, right? When we go to those dances, you're all mixed up with either fifth grade or you're mixed up with like third grade grade, so you guys are mixed together, or you're mingling and you're kind of socializing. Something that we can't do right now because of this whole coronavirus situation, right? But when we come together or we're mixing together and we're socializing, we're mingling. And then my next word, typical. Something typical means showing usual characteristics or qualities. So let's go ahead and say that something typical would be, oh, I expect everybody to come in and finish grammar when you come into class, right? That's the very first thing that you guys do as soon as you walk into my class. So it is something typical. Something typical is something that you expect. It's something that usually happens, or somebody that acts a certain way all the time, or somebody that says the same thing all the time. That is something that is typical. So usually showing usual characteristics or qualities. Those are your vocabulary words for today. Tomorrow I'll make another video to really focus on the next two words, which are gritty and humid. Today you're only focusing on cling and dissolves. So once again, cling means to stick closely as if glued, and then dissolves means mixes a solid thoroughly with a liquid so that eventually it becomes a liquid. Okay, if you guys have any questions, once again, you know where to find me. Have a great Monday, guys.